Ghoulie. Since the weather's starting to get cooler now, I thought it'd be appropriate time to share the story of the boastful bear. Bear used to be a happy-go-lucky creature. Used to like to run around and frolic with all the animals, have a good old time. But Bear had a bad habit of bragging about his beautiful, long, fluffy, warm tail. One day, he was out in a pasture, a field of sorts, running around with all the animals, and Fox came by. Sly Fox, the trickster, come by. Bear was so strong and so proud of himself, he didn't think anybody could trick him. Anyway, Fox said one day, walking up to the bear, he says, Bear, Bear, I got a secret I want to share with you. Meet me over at the big lake over there, and I will share the secret with you. Bear says to Fox, What kind of secret? It's Fox says, It's how to catch fish as many as you want. You can catch all the fish in the lake. Says, come over there this evening and I'll show you. I'll share my secret with you. Bear says, Okay, okay. Meanwhile, Bear's thinking to himself, I don't want him to have all the fish. I love fish. Fish is my favorite food. So I will go see this trick that this fox has. Fox goes back to the lake, makes a hole in the ice, displays a whole bunch of fish all over around the hole, lays next to the hole and waits for Bear to come by. Bear comes by and says, Holy what? That's a lot of fish you got there. And Fox says, Yeah, it's the trick. So I found a way to catch as many fish as you want. Bear says, Oh man, you gotta let me in on the secret. Fox, how do you catch so many fish? Fox says, Okay, let me go over there. I'll go make another hole for you. Makes this big old hole for the tail to go in. When Bear came up, the sly fox had quickly dipped his tail in the water by his hole and had a fish attached to it and pulled it out to make it look like he was catching fish on his tail. So he says to Bear, Now you have your own hole. You can catch as many fish as you want. But you got to put your tail in there. Just hold real still and wait for them fish to just cling. Then you can pull them all out at once. And Bear says, It really works. So you seen all my fish over there? Is that how I did it? Bear says, Okay, okay. I'm good and hungry. I'd like to get some fish. So Bear does what Fox says. Bear puts tail in the hole in the ice and just lets it dangle in the water. And says, Fox says, Remember, sit real still. When your tail gets nice and heavy, you know you got all the fish you need. So Fox takes off. When he gets out of the way, he's just laughing and giggling and rolling in the snow. I'm going to get that bear. That bear is so gullible. So he comes back the next morning to check on Bear. Big mound of snow over the top of Bear. Couldn't really see Bear anymore. It was just a big lump where Bear once was. The fox goes over there, pokes around. Sure enough, Bear fell asleep with his tail in the snow. And so Fox jumps on top of him, brushes stones off of him, and says, Bear, Bear. Bear didn't hear nothing yet, so he drops back 2 feet. Then he hollers, Bear, Bear. Bear jumps up. Bear's like, What? Doesn't that feel heavy? You got all the fish? Pull them all out. Bear pulls with all his might. And then hears a big snap, but he didn't feel nothing after that. He's like, what is going on? Turns around and looks, and the ice had froze around his tail, and his tail cut off. He looked at his tail end, and he's nothing got but a stub on the back of his hind end. And Fox just falls to the ground, laughing and laughing and laughing. He says, "You don't have a long, bushy tail no more." Bear was angry. Bear started to chase Fox. Fox took off running and laughing, but Fox was fast and very slippery, just in and out of branches and between the brush and everything, and Bear just could not keep up. Fox got away. Bear has ever since been grumpy. You can hear it, Bear in the woods still moaning to this day. Just moaning about losing that beautiful, fluffy, lush tail he once had. That reminds us not to be too boastful of the things we have, or the things we do, or the things we are. You're welcome. Thank you for listening. Until next time, Nugiwa.